Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Dramaturgy podcast. In this episode, I wanted to cover The Good Bad Mother, which was a recently aired Korean drama that aired on JTBC, Netflix, and TV. This was a really good drama, and so I thought it would be a good drama to cover on this episode. So I want to start by giving a quick synopsis of this drama. According to my drama list, the synopsis goes: Young Soon is a single mother and pig farmer who raised her son, Kang Ho, alone. Despite her love for him, her strict parenting caused Kang Ho to view her as a bad mother. As an adult, Kang Ho became a cold-hearted prosecutor and kept his distance from his mother. However, an unexpected accident caused him to return to his hometown and start over with Young Soon. Kang Ho's childhood friend, Mi Joo, known for her warm heart and strong sense of justice, also reconnected with him after his accident, leading to a transformative experience for her. And so that's the synopsis according to my drama list. So this drama stars Ramiran as Jin Young Sun, who is the mother, right? The good bad mother in this case. And Ramiran is a face that I recognize not for her drama or her acting, but for a variety show. So she was in one of my ultimate variety shows, The Onis, which also had Min Hyorin and a few other comedians, female comedians. And I recall just being endeared to her in that variety show. And so that's where I know her best from. She's a very funny person in real life, very nice, at least from what I could see on the variety show. So that's kind of where I know her from. That said, I also recognize her from the Avengers Social Club and a bunch of other things. She's been in actually a lot of supporting roles, a lot of supporting roles, a lot of TV appearances as well. But when I talk about main role acting, she hasn't been in that many. But I will say that she's one of those rare actresses that, you know how as actresses age, especially women, they tend to lose main roles, whereas hers is almost like a change from supporting role to main roles, and that's very interesting to me. So she's one of those rare actresses that can kind of move into that main role world that not a lot of actresses do. A lot of actresses get demoted, right, to support roles as they grow older. So I am a very huge fan of her. Then the next person casted in this drama is Lee Do-hyun, who I love him as much as I love Lee Jae-wook, right? They are really on the same level for me, for different reasons. Because Lee Do-hyun actually plays more romantic, more. And when I say romantic, I don't mean romantic in the young love kind of romance. I mean he plays a lot of romantic, poetic dramas, right? Dramas that have a deeper, warmer feeling to them, right? So he has a lot of sad dramas, unfortunately, and I will talk about that later because that actually influenced my decision to watch this drama. So Lee Do-hyun, obviously great actor. Recently he was in The Glory, which I think we all watched. I also covered The Glory on this podcast, so do check out my review if you've not seen that. But given that The Glory aired in March and this aired in April, I would assume that most likely The Glory was, I'm pretty sure The Glory was pre-produced, because it would have made no sense how quickly he got into another drama, right? So most likely, most likely The Good Bad Mother 2 was also pre-produced. But so he was in The Glory, of course, and also Melancholia, which is another drama I really like. I think Lee Do-hyun just has a lot of Nuna dramas, a lot of dramas where he's kind of the younger man in the relationship, right? And so his love interest is always a little older than him, and that kind of makes sense for his age at the moment, if that makes sense to people, in the sense that as he grows older, he'll start to shoot dramas where he is the older one, right? But as of now, he's still pretty young in the industry, so he has no choice, almost no choice for a lot of dramas. He would always end up being younger than his female lead. So I don't think it's on purpose also either, right? So he's also been in 18 Again and Sweet Home, right? So those are two other dramas that I really like of all the dramas he's ever been in. I think Melancholia is my favorite of all his dramas that I like. But I know 18 Again was really good. I really like the OST in that drama. And obviously Sweet Home, because amazing. He had carried that drama. I feel like he made that drama worth it, in the sense that a lot of the other characters in Sweet Home kind of pissed me off, but he was the constant support for everybody because he was just so smart and he really understood leadership. And so I was kind of sad. Spoilers if you've obviously I just felt it, sorry, but like I was kind of sad. And we don't know, maybe in season 2 he'll come back, because we still don't know like the issue with like the aliens in Sweet Home, right? In that sense, so he might end up coming back. So yeah, that was, I think, the Idoyon dramas that I have seen, a lot of them. And I would say they are very, very different from a lot of like dramas that people his age act in. Like dramas that people his age tend to choose are very different. They're usually very romantic, while he goes for like the most heartbreaking dramas. And I mean, that's not a bad thing, because somehow he's managed to warm his way into my heart. So he's doing something right. Then up next is Anunjin. She plays my favorite character in this drama, Mi Joo. And I recognize her from Hospital Playlist 1 and 2. And Hospital Playlist is one of my like most favorite dramas ever. Like I really like it, especially Hospital Playlist 1. And she plays one of the doctors in that drama. So she's recognizable to me because she stars as one of the doctors in Hospital Playlist. But she was also in The One and Only, which is a Korean drama that I really like. It's like actually one of my favorite Korean dramas because it uses a trope I really like, which is the devoted male lead trope, right? And that's a trope that it's a hill I'll die on. I really like that trope, right? And so she's playing the female lead that the character of Kim Kyung Nam, the male lead, is in love with. Like he's besotted with her and does everything he can to be near her, right? And so I really like that drama as well. And she's the female lead in that drama, so she's very recognizable to me. But still, I was very excited to like see her in this because she hasn't had a lot of main roles. And I mean, it makes sense. I think Hospital Playlist was really that breakout role for her, so I expect to see her in more things in the future. And the interesting thing about her is that, and probably why she's my favorite casting in this whole thing, is that there's just something about her. She's not, I wouldn't say the tradition, like she's beautiful. She's a beautiful like lady, but she's not that traditional look. And maybe that's why she's casted in this drama. It's not that traditional beauty look, the way like Susie or a lot of actresses kind of have that like look to them. She doesn't have that, and so she has a very relatable look to her, even though she's gorgeous, right? But her looks are kind of down to earth, if that makes sense. So seeing her in this drama, I was like, yeah, actually that's a good casting choice, and I'll talk about that a little later. Then to end the list of main leads in this drama is Yoo In-soo, who plays Bang Samshik. And I mean, he's a character that I love him in my heart, right? And he's a very funny character. But Yoo In-soo is somebody that actually I haven't seen a lot of, really, like, but I recognize that face in the sense that I've seen him in a lot of support roles. I think his first main role was as Park Dang-gu in Alchemy of Souls, so I recognize him from there. And I mean, that drama is quite recent, so he's a face that I saw him, I was like, yeah, I know that face. He's also in All of Us Are Dead, which is, I mean, it's not recent. I mean, it's recent enough, but it's a drama I think that aired like 2 or so years ago, right? And he's just a face I recognize because he was so terrifying in that drama. And I remember thinking, oh my god, like, would this like zombie just die? And so he's that face that I recognize. And it's just interesting to see him in this drama because he plays a completely different role. Actually, I would even say he plays a completely different role from his role in Alchemy of Souls to this drama, to the drama All of Us Are Dead. So I've seen him like evolve. Is quite nice, and I look forward to his future work because he has such a like good face for acting that I'm actually shocked and impressed by his acting in all the dramas that he's been in. And so yeah, that's it for the casting choice for this drama. I think it was a good casting choice, and I'll talk about that later. But first I want to talk about my decision, I think, to like watch this drama, because actually I thought I would not. I thought I would not watch this drama because honestly, Idoyon has given me trauma. He has given me enough trauma that I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna engage, because this drama has the synopsis that it screams sad ending. It screams either like the mom dies or like the dad, like it screams sadness, right? And so I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna watch this drama because I can tell it's gonna be one of those things. Either never chooses just an okay romantic drama. He has to put like extra stuff in it, right? And so I was like, I'm not gonna see it. But somehow I don't know what happened. Again, because maybe I just love Lee Do Hyun. I was like, and also I also like Aun Jun. So I was like, you know what, I'll just check it out. And because I mean it's just good casting. Everybody in this drama I like. I like every single body like that is casted in. So I was like, you know what, just try it. If it comes to that part where it's like a tragedy, just ignore it, because for those who are long time listeners on my podcast, you know I dislike tragedy so much. And I'll talk about how this drama kind of unknowingly helps me in that sense that I actually ended up not crying at the end of this drama. But yeah, that was really my first thought when I saw this drama. I was like, no. And then I was like, well, maybe. And then I was like, okay, yeah, let's try it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna talk about the things I liked about this drama. And there are a lot of things that are good about this drama, and then I'll move on to things that I disliked about this drama. And there are quite a few things, because there are moments in this drama that I was like, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna stop watching, and I'll talk about those moments later. But first, the things that I liked about this drama. Like I said, great casting. That's the number one thing that just works for this drama. It's really, really good casting choice, in the sense that everybody kind of fits the environment they're acting in, right? So they're acting in the countryside, and you know, it's a lot of pig farming, a lot of just rural stuff. And so everybody's face just fits. I know that sounds kind of shallow, that I mean, why is it in the countryside that, you know, you expect people that are just normal looking to be in? Well, technically, like statistically, right, beautiful people tend to move to the cities. I feel like that's just like that has to be a statistic somewhere. Someone find that statistics for me. But like in the sense that their face just fits that world that they are in, it seems to me, right? I was talking about Anunjin's look. Anunjin is a beautiful lady, right? But she's not that like pizzazz. Like you don't see her and be like, oh wow, I'm stunned by your beauty kind of thing, right? And Idoyan also doesn't give you that vibe either, even though he's very handsome. It's not like I'm saying they're ugly. They're not ugly. They are beautiful people, but they are not that showy beautiful, right? And I was talking about like if you compare Anunjin to like Suzy, or to like, you know, one of those like top actresses that, you know, they cast for beauty, in the sense that like Suzy was cast for Anna, right? Because that's how Anna is supposed to look, right? And so that's the first thing this drama does. So it's casting people that I'll be like, yeah, that actually makes sense. Ramiran is a cast that I was like, yeah, actually, I see her in that world, right? And they have such good chemistry together. Like Ramiran and Idoyon and Anunjin, like they just have that good chemistry. Even Su, I was not expecting the chemistry in these last few episodes that he kind of displayed with Anunjin, right? And so that's the first thing that goes for this drama. Great casting. The next thing I'll talk about that I liked about this drama is the story. And this is like both a thing I like about this drama and a thing I dislike about this drama. But in the sense that the story did well in some things. For example, having like the character of the twins in this story was a good idea, because they kind of hard carry this drama, right? They had that cuteness that you didn't know you needed. And I mean, people talk about the fact that this is Hidoyon's second time being a dad to twins, right? Because in 18 again, he was also a dad to like a twin, like fraternal twins. And so that's one thing I'll say. The story in this is very good, right? It's a very good plot, a very good premise that they are going for, and it's done in such a way that it brings out the acting chops of Idoyon, because being the child of such a mother that's like a terrible person is a very difficult thing, right? And so you kind of sympathize with his behavior, even when he goes like astray, even when he breaks up with Mi Joo, right? When Kang Ho breaks up with Mi Joo, you still kind of understand where it's coming from, because the way his mom has raised him, you know, as giving him that sense that he has to do some things on his own. He has to, you know, fight on his own. He has to, you know, work hard and kind of be this cold-hearted person, because his mom has kind of put it in him to be that kind of person. And so when you have the character of like Mi Joo, that's kind of very different from him, kind of sunny, kind of lovely, warm-hearted, it kind of like shows a difference with like his mom, a contrast to his mother, that's that like cold-hearted, you know, just mean person. And so I really liked the dynamic that they went for with the story. It was a good premise, good story, and I really enjoyed seeing it play out on the screen. And so, them introducing the character of the twins. I always like seeing kids in dramas, right? So seeing them in this drama, it was just fantastic. And also because the twins are such good actresses and actors. Like the girl playing Yejin and the boy playing Sojin, they are just so good and so cute. They're like you can't not watch. And I think they really set you on a trap. Like they cute bait you, if that's a thing, because they're just so cute. You're like, I have to watch the next episode because I have to see this cute. It's like they're just too cute not to keep watching, right? And so the story kind of puts moments like that in it that just works for it, that makes the story more cohesive and more, just more engaging. It's to the point where the twins even become kind of part of the comic relief, right? They become that, just that fun moment you have. I think my favorite scene in this drama was the scene where Yejin is telling her brother that she's not gonna accept that Kang Ho is her father, right? And she goes that how dare her mother steal her daughter's man? And I burst into laughter. It was easily the funniest scene in that whole drama. Just the accent, everything, the way she talks, and I mean, she's such a good actress, like so cute. And I like the way that her brother just like accepts all her behavior. Right, they are such a cute duo that their dynamic just works for the screen, right? And so that was the aspect of this drama that I really liked. Same for like the townspeople; they were an addition to this drama that was just made it light, because Kang Ho's like side, the prosecutor side, the fighting side, is kind of dull and like just dreary to watch, right? And so to have that like contrast with this sunny countryside feeling is just, I think, is amazing, right? And so the townspeople also add to that element of just comedy, right? They are hilarious. Samshik is easily the funniest character in this, even though he's the dumbest person I've ever seen. Like, I mean, he's stupidly dumb, right? But he's funny in how dumb he is, right? And so he entertained me, at least, that he made me so unaware of his role as Park Dang-gu, even though he had that kind of element of still being that like a daisical character in Alchemy of Souls. He wasn't to this level. In this level, he's basically a clown, right? In this drama, he's just a clown, and I love seeing that, right? And so that's what I mean, in the sense that like this story is just well written, well like executed in that sense. And then I would say the biggest reason why I like this drama, and I mean, I could have decided to put this as part of like the story, but I want to put this on its own because it deserves to be on its own. The biggest reason why I like this drama is because of the character of Mi Joo. Mi Joo has basically coined a new term in the drama world. We call her the greenest flag for a reason, right? She's easily the greenest flag. And I mean, that's a term that exists. We always talk about how extraordinary Attorney Woo, the character of the male lead, is the green flag in that drama. It's the greenest flag we've ever seen, I think, in a drama. But when we talk about green flags, there's a sense of like we talk about it for male leads, right? How is this male lead such a good person that he makes him a green flag? And so to have her be referred to as a green flag for a female is quite interesting and unheard of. And I think she has to be the first one that people are like, that's a green flag. Like, she's just a green flag, because honestly, she's the one that kind of saves Choi Kang-ho in a way that even yes, the drama tries to make it seem like the mom and the son kind of rebuild their relationship when he comes back and has to, live in the countryside again. But really, it's Mi Joo's work over the years that has really saved this boy's mental health, because Kang Ho would be nothing, I mean, absolutely nothing without her, right? And so she's such a character that, to me, she's easily the most mature, in a way that even the mom is not mature. She's easily the most mature, most altruistic person I have ever seen in a drama, right? And so in that sense, she's just so pleasant to see. She's like, she gives you clear vision kind of like character, right? And so she's this character that became everybody's favorite because of how good of a person she is, right? She sponsors Kang Ho to go to school, pass his bar exam. Like, she's there for him through everything. And when he decides that he can't be with her anymore, she isn't clingy or annoying. She lets him go. But at the same time, seeing her like work hard for her kids and stuff like that, but also still kind of understand, like, especially when Kang Ho comes back and she's kind of she's trying to understand what has happened to Kang Ho. She's not saying anything. She's not overly mean to him or anything. She's just a truly mature person, right? That even that scene where she goes to Young Soon and she's like, do you want me to take that pesticide? I think it was pesticide. Like, Young Soon wanted to kill herself, and she recognizes, oh, that, like, the way she just comes to that conclusion that that's what Young Soon wanted to do, and kind of helps her take a different decision. Mi Joo's character is a character that she almost doesn't hold grudges, right? She's not malicious, right? She's the most just clean, like, minded person. I don't know how to explain what kind of character she is, but she's just that character that you're like, wow, I want to know that person in real life kind of character, right? She's that person that, you know, you can't help but want to be around. And I think that's the influence that she kind of has on Choi Kang Ho, why he's so in love with her and why he cannot forget her. And so she is the reason why I like this drama. She's actually one of the reasons why I decided to keep watching this drama, because there are moments when I was like, you know what, I'm not feeling this drama for a bunch of reasons. And so I have to give it up to Anunjin. She's a very good portrayal of this, like, character Mi Joo, because I mean, even when she's crying, right, everything just seems real authentic with this character that is in a way I really never seen it before. And so honestly, I'm looking forward to our, like, future roles. And so that's all the things I also like about this drama. And I want to also talk about things that I did not like about this drama. And this is going to be controversial because a lot of people have this drama as a 10. Really, I'm going to give this drama like an 8.5 at best for a bunch of reasons. The very first reason why I kind of did not like this drama, or I found myself kind of being like, do I really want to keep watching this drama, is that the camera work in this drama and the directing doesn't seem professional to me. And this is odd. Like, this, people would disagree with this, but I don't know, there was just something about it that was not flowing. You know how a drama is supposed to convey a certain feeling? This drama is mostly set in the countryside, and so there's a sense of comedy, a sense of camaraderie between neighbors, stuff like that. But for some reason, to me, there's a way that the director has shot this drama that just doesn't work for me. Sometimes the angles are too low, sometimes the angles are too close, that it just feels off. And really, I think it's all directing at this point. I think it's all directing. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, the drama is solid, but the director isn't very good at capturing a scene. There are scenes where I'm like, why is he so close to the people? Like, he should be far back, zooming from outside. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, unless you are into that slice of life kind of drama, I think you will not understand what I'm talking about. Like, Liberation News does that kind of, like, camera work well, in a way that I don't know who shot this drama, but it's just not working, at least for me. And a lot of people probably did not notice it, but for me, I was like, there's something needling me about this, like, camera work. So that was the first thing I had a problem with. And then the second thing I have a problem with, and this is one that I think actually people might agree with me on this, is that the ending was too sudden. And I'm sure this is going to be like the first and only time I will ever say something like this, because usually dramas are too long. They are usually never too short. But in the era of, like, dramas being 12 episodes, which makes sense if it's like a romance, like just basic romance, I understand why a drama would be 12 episodes instead of 16, because you don't want to have that, and I've talked about this before, that episode 11 to 13 unnecessary breakup just so that they will make up in episode 16 2 minutes before the end of the drama. Like, you don't want something like that. And so in a pure romantic drama, that makes sense. Like, 12 episodes, yes, please. But this drama actually would have done better as a 16 episode drama, not a 14 episode drama, because there were moments where I felt like this is too rushed given what has happened. The moment from where he kind of recovers his memory to when they solve all the issues and the crimes, and I'm like, this isn't how it should be. It's too quick. The feeling that's coming to me is too quick. I should have gotten a sense of more work, more effort. But the effort that it takes to kind of solve all the build-up of this issue from when his dad died in, like, the first episode to now, it doesn't feel cathartic. There's no climax really in that sense, right? And so I had moments where I was like, this is going too fast. And even when the drama ended, there were moments where I was like, is that it? Young Soon dies at the end. We kind of see that coming, right? But still, and that's what I'm talking about, in the sense that I despise tragedy, right? I don't want anybody in my drama to die. I want everybody to live and be happy at the end of my drama. I wasn't that sold on her death. So when she did die, I was just like, oh, I guess, like, okay, does that make sense? Like, she did not give me that sense of the build up to her death, it just seemed abrupt. Like every other thing in this drama, everything just seemed abrupt. And I think it's because they only have 14 episodes. If they had 16 episodes, they would have been able to kind of drag that part out, right? Because this drama is kind of drama that it needs 16 episodes, right? It needs 16 episodes to kind of convey everything else. Another scene that kind of pissed me off that wasn't in this was, I really wanted to see the scene where Sojin and Yejin actually find out on camera that Kang Ho is their dad. They kind of do it off camera, and so we just see the aftermath, which like produced the scene where Yejin is like, how can she steal a daughter's man, right? Which is funny, but I would have liked to see more of their reaction, more of that bonding, because they've kind of built it up, right? We get the sense of, oh, the twins' dad is like this horrifying bastard, right? And they talk about him so much that they've built up kind of my expectation to see the twins react to the fact that Kang Ho is their dad, right? Because I mean, they have this old relationship with Kang Ho that they've built up more, because I felt like, oh, the review was going to be so good, they will finally show how they feel about the fact that Kang Ho is their dad. And I even wanted to see maybe dissent, because I expected Yejin to be against it, and she was, right? They showed that scene, but I really wanted to see the kind of moment where she goes from being dissatisfied with the fact that Kang Ho is not her dad to accepting that, because at the end of the day she really liked Kang Ho way more than Samshik, and there's a sense of innate bond between them because they are father and daughter that kind of explains that. And so to have that just disappear, I was like, no, you have to add that in. That's very crucial, right? I have built up my watching time to see that scene. And so those are the moments where I was like, this could have been better. This was rushed, right? The scene where it comes back as a prosecutor, like all that was just rushed to me. And so that was like, I think my biggest gripe with this drama, just the directing and like the rush of the story. They just rushed it, I feel like, at the end, which they should not have. This could have been a 16 episode drama. Easy. But yeah, those were the only two things, and I feel like it's negligible. Depending on who you are, this might be negligible. For me, it's ways, in the sense that it like cut out marks, and so this is an 8 for me. MyDramaList has it as an 8.9, which is quite high, but for me it's gonna be an 8 at best. And an 8 is pretty good. It's not like a 7.5. 7.5, your drama is bad if it's a 7.5, but for me, it's an 8, which is not super high. Could have been better. But yeah, this drama is actually very good. Mi Joo carries this drama. I love Do-yeon. And I mean, Ramiran is a character that I feel like acting in this is just amazing. So this drama is actually well written, very solid, and I do recommend it for anybody that's looking for a drama to watch. So yeah, that's my review of The Good Bad Mother. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Have a nice day. Bye.